Hey y'all, welcome to the Old Latrell Show podcast, where I talk to you about everything that I have learned about the blood type diet and holistic and purposeful living. This episode is a continuation from my previous episode where I reviewed the book Eat Right for Your Type. And in this part 2, we're going to be reviewing the books Live Right for Your Type and the Eat Right for Your Type Encyclopedia of Diseases. Next is the Live Right for Your Type book, and also written by Dr. Peter J. D'Adamo with Catherine Whitney. This one also was written with Catherine Whitney. I'm not sure what she said or what she did. Maybe she edited it. I'm not sure. But that's not his wife. Dr. D'Adamo is married, and she actually does the forward in the Eat Right for Your Baby book, which is also good. He has a whole line of books. He got a book for cardiovascular disease, fatigue, allergies, diabetes, eating right for to support you with those diseases. So in the Live Right for Your Type book, this came out in 2001, 5 years after the original Eat Right for Your Type book came out. And it just gets more in depth. So in my notes, I wrote down that he added commentary about personality and emotional differences in blood type and giving support for that. He also gives a 2-tier diet. So in the Eat Right for Your Type book, Dr. D'Adamo just gave a list. Eat this, don't eat this. So tier 1 is basic for everyone to maximize and maintain proper health. And then tier 2 is used for recovering from illness, healing injury, suffering from chronic fatigue, encountering added stress. It's used for if you need to lose weight, for non-secretors or other variants like A2 or Rh negative. And so that's saying that there are subcategories under the blood types. So depending on if you're blood type A, you might be A1 or A2. And in each blood type there's a positive or negative. So blood type O positive or O negative has more care that they need to take on their health based on what Dr. D'Adamo explains in the books. So in this book he does break it down by ancestry in African, Caucasian, Asian, and he breaks it down by portion size and by male and female. He also breaks it down by secretor status, whether secretor or non-secretor, and by, like I said, the A2 or Rh negative. I didn't really read about that yet, so we'll get into it for sure, because I don't even know. I haven't even taken the secretor status test. I really want to, so I can be more specific. He has other tests too. He has this test called the SWAMI test, and he also has another book called the genotype, which is something else, getting even more specific. He does his research, and he's also a computer programmer. The man is a genius. Okay, he's from another world, which we all are. For this 2-tier food list, it's more so like definitely eat this and definitely don't eat this if you're trying to achieve a goal. That's what basically it's getting at. So for each blood type, he has a prescription that he sets out. And this is what's included in the prescription. It says, the prescription is a combination of dietary, behavioral, and environmental therapies to help you live right for your type. Lifestyle strategies. So the first one is lifestyle strategies to structure your life for health and longevity. Adapted lifestyle strategies for children, the elderly, and non-secretors. So secretors are special Non-secretors are special. That's what I meant. Emotional equalizers and stress relievers. Specialized diet plan, tier 1 for maximum health. Targeted diet plan, tier 2 to overcome disease. Individualized therapies for chronic conditions and therapeutic supplemental program for extra support. Okay. So after that is more references and studies and some commentary. He has some more things he wanted to say, I guess. There's always something else to say. Lastly is
the Eat Right for Your Type Encyclopedia for Diseases.
He has a beginning section about the biology and history of blood types. So he talks about the anthropology of blood groups, a century of blood group science, biological significance of the ABO blood group, and 9q34, the ABO gene. That's interesting. I didn't get to read any of that yet because I went straight to the diseases, which that section is called A to Z Blood Group Guide to Health and Medical Conditions. Okay, and then you name it, it's probably in here. Tuberculosis. I'm just flipping to random pages. Some these diseases I don't know how to pronounce. Cancer of the bladder, lymphoma, pancreatic cancer. Whew, that's a strong one. Chronic fatigue syndrome. What else? The depression, E. coli, ear infection, which I'm dealing with some ear stuff right now, gastritis, so I need to read that. Hypertension, which is high blood pressure. Menstrual cycle disorders, ladies, nausea. I need to read that because I was feeling a little bit of that. Obsessive compulsive OCD. Parasites, rheumatoid arthritis, schizophrenia, which is what my mom had. Thyroid disease. And then for each one of these diseases is a group of health protocols. Okay, so for instance, vitiligo is in here. And for each blood type is, let me show you. For each blood type is a group of health protocols. So for vitiligo, he prescribes the skin health protocol and the yeast fungus resistance protocol. Okay, and then you go to those protocols, which is next in the book, and there's a list of herbs that you can use, a list of herbs and some medical things. But for instance, for type O, the list of herbs for the yeast fungus resistant protocols are caprylic acid, clove fruit, standardized Chinese garlic extract, stinging nettle root, bladderwrack, larch, arabinogalactin, and a probiotic supplement, which he says to try the ABO or the blood type specific, which he says on his website. So there are a bunch of protocols: chemotherapy adjunct protocols, antibiotic protocol, cardiovascular protocols, fatigue fighting protocols, female balancing protocols, immune enhancing protocols, liver support, intestinal health, nerve health, metabolic support, sinus, skin, stomach, surgery recovery, urinary tract, and the yeast that I told you about already. After that is the blood group food base. So that is basically the food list that is in the other books also, except it has a little bit more reason as to why each blood group should stay away or how they benefit from that food. It also specifies the secretor, non-secretor, direction on whether they should eat it or not. Lastly is the blood group supplement base. So he talks about specific supplements as far as vitamins, herbs, and minerals and how they help each blood group. So, for instance, milk thistle functions as a liver protectant and antioxidant, but only for group AB and group O. That's it. Not group B, not group A, only for group AB and group O. So, if a person who is blood type A takes milk thistle, it's not really doing anything. If they read it online that milk thistle supports the liver in their blood type A, and they're like, oh, I need to support my liver. I'm gonna take some milk thistle. It's not gonna do anything. What they need to do is get this book and go to liver support protocols. And for blood group A, it says to take false daisy, artichoke extract, L-glutathione, alpha lipoic acid, and that's it. That's what they need to take as a blood type A. So that's really it. That's all that's in this book. So I'm glad I was able to share that information with you, and I hope that opens your eyes to what I have been doing for the past year, which is diving into these books, learning more about health, about the biology of life, learning more about human biology and human anatomy, and trying to heal myself, because I got things that I'm dealing with that I've been needing this diet in order to help myself. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in my next one. Be sure to click the link below to join the waitlist for my community that's going to be opening soon. That's going to serve as a support group for all those who want to join me in eating according to your blood type and living according to your blood type as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to be doing the 10-day challenge and so much more. So I'm excited. I'm working on it, and I will let you know when it is open. Thank you so much for joining me on this podcast, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.